Hey guys, how's it going? So yesterday I put up my initial unboxing and review of my new Taurus G3c TORO, and I had a lot of fun doing that video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I mentioned briefly at the beginning that the firearm is supposed to come with 3 magazines, however I got 2. So this is going to be a follow-up behind the scenes about that little mix-up or situation, whatever you want to call it. And also I had asked you guys about an Optic, a red dot sight, green dot sight that would go well within a certain budget for my new Toro. So I'm going to tell you guys an Optic that I'm going to order for that too. So let's go back to my purchase of the Taurus Toro. Now I did a video just before I got it asking you guys, hey, the new Toros come out. I don't have one. I'm going to need to buy one, but where can I get one? And you guys responded, and you guys are awesome. You're always helping me out with stuff like this. So several of you said, Grabagun has them. And I said, okay, I've heard of them before. Don't really remember purchasing from them. After I logged in my account, I realized I had bought some magazines from them in like 2013, but I had certainly never bought a firearm from them. So I went over there. They had the Taurus G3c TORO in stock, and that would have been Friday, March 12th, 2021. So I got on there, I ordered it, and it was a fair price. It was $3.99, $8 shipping. I was like, okay, that's reasonable, right? Now I ordered it at 7:43 p.m. I streamed 9:30 Eastern time, so just a couple hours before my stream I ordered it. This was after business hours on Friday, and I got my order confirmation right here and had it shipped to Supermatch G&A in Newport, Michigan. Awesome local gun shop, by the way. My friend owns it. You guys should go there. You'll be impressed. So I got an email from him, on Monday that it had shipped. All right, it came in Wednesday, I believe, and I picked it up on Thursday. So the day before I did my last stream, and I let you guys know, hey, the Toro's here. So really, if you think about it, I ordered it after business hours on Friday. Saturday, Sunday, they're closed. They got right on it, shipped it 3-day, and it arrived very quickly. So you guys were right. You said it's a good place to buy from. They're fast. Everything's good. Okay, cool. So when I went to open up the box, I noticed, and you saw this in the previous video, that while the G3C and then also the G3c TORO was supposed to come with 3 magazines, this only came with 2 magazines. So I was like, well, I got shorted a magazine. Now, I knew that it got shipped with only 2 because I opened up the FedEx box at the local gun shop right in front of, 2 of the people that worked there. And I'm like, hey, man, I can prove I only got 2. Well, I'll call Grabagun. So this was, later in the day when I picked it up. So I called them the very next day, which was, let me see here, I'm just reading my emails so I can get the dates right, March 19th. Okay, so that's just literally the day before I did my unboxing review that you guys just watched yesterday. And I called up Grabagun. This is crazy. I've been calling different people before, right? And these different gun shops. And sometimes you have to hold for like 30, 40 minutes and it'll say, please wait for the next attendant. You are number 39 in line. I mean, I understand because we've had all-time buying of firearms, ammunition, all these things in the past year now. Well, to my surprise, like in a good way, when I called Grabagun, the phone rang like a couple times. There was the quick, recording, press 1 for this, 2 for that. I pressed 1 or whatever. A gentleman picked up the phone like the first ring. And he said, well, how may I help you? And I said, well, I ordered a firearm from you. Just got it yesterday. It was supposed to come with 3 magazines. It got 2. He said, hold on, let me transfer you to the right person. He did. Again, like the first or second ring, a guy picked up the phone and his name was Kyle. And I started to tell him the story and he said, hold on, I just started getting calls in the last couple hours from a couple other people. He said, you're not the first one. It appears there's an issue with this batch, this shipment that we got from Taurus. And he said he went back and checked their inventory. At that time, they had like 15 left in stock. Unfortunately, at the time I'm recording this, they are sold out, which is no surprise. New firearm in this day and age is going to sell it very quickly, right? But they'll probably get more, I'm sure. So anyways, he said he went back and checked the 15 that they had on the shelf, and all of them only had 2 magazines. Now, this was like right within him just finding out about this situation. So he basically said, all right, we're going to have to figure out what to do here. We just found out about this. And I said, okay, well, I'd like you to send me an extra magazine. And he said, okay, yep, we're going to get right on it. Because that's how this works when you own a business and there's a problem. Sometimes it takes you a minute just to figure out what's going on. So I called them right in the very beginning stages of them finding out what the problem was. And at first he said, well, maybe you'll need to get a hold of Taurus. And I said, well, I prefer not to get a hold of Taurus. And he said, no, I don't think so. We're going to try to take care of it right now. Let me make some phone calls and find out exactly what's going on. And I said, that's cool. You know, I'd like to get the extra magazine from you because that's who I purchased the gun from, and do what you have to do. And he says, oh no, I totally understand. We're going to take care of this. He said, I would ship you a magazine right this second if I had one, but we don't have extra 12-round Taurus G3c magazines in stock. And I said, well, that makes sense. Again, keep in mind, any of this stuff that comes into these gun shops sells out within minutes, hours, or at the very most, days. And that's just the current buying climate we're in right now, right? So he was like, yeah, we're right on it. It sucks. You're right. It looks like on Taurus's website that it includes 3 mags. We're just finding this out today. Let me get back to you just in a little bit. I was like, okay, sounds very reasonable. All right, so just literally, like, I want to say less than an hour later, probably a half hour later, Kyle emails me back and he says, good afternoon. This is Kyle from Grabagun. We just spoke about your Taurus G3c TORO. I have brought this situation to the attention of my management and can confirm we will be able to supply the 3rd magazine. See, that's what he wanted to do. He just had to get with management and find out what they were going to do, right? So that was cool. He said, at this time, is the listed billing address a good address to ship the 3rd magazine, or would you prefer another address? So I responded back and said, yes, my billing address is fine, thank you. Now, keep in mind, guys, I literally just called them as my regular name. I didn't put, like, I'm 2AEDU in the order. This was the first time I had ever purchased from them. I mean, I bought magazines like 8 years ago, but the first time I had ever, you know, bought a gun from them. I didn't really know much about them. I didn't even remember I had been a customer, to be honest with you guys. So this was basically my first experience, and they didn't know, like, I was 2AEDU. Until afterwards. After he came and said, we're going to take care of you, I said, oh, by the way, I'm 2AEDU, and I'm going to share my experience with you guys. So, literally, if you guys got the 2 magazines, it's supposed to come with 3. That's what Taurus's website says. Now, if Taurus changes something, I'll keep checking their website and let you guys know. But as of now, yes, these are supposed to come with 3 mags. I would suggest, if you bought from Grabagun, just call them up like I did, or email them, and I'm assuming, like, no matter what, they're going to take care of you, because I just called them like a regular person after they had it resolved and said, we will take care of you. I said, oh, by the way, I'm 2AEDU on YouTube. And I don't think they had heard of me or anything. I said, but I will be doing a review of your customer service. And I was going to do a review of their customer service no matter what. And I told him that. Had they said, no, go pound sand, it's not our problem, I would have told you guys that, right? If I would have had to get a hold of Taurus to remedy the situation, I would have told you that. I could see it going either way, you know. Taurus shorted them the mags. Taurus made a mistake. I could see maybe a gun shop saying, well, you have to get a hold of the manufacturer. It's not our fault. And I would have kind of understood that. But what I wanted to happen is exactly what happened, because I purchased it from Grabagun. They buy then from Taurus or a distributor. I don't know exactly how their business works behind the scenes. I feel that the person that I bought it from should make it right. And that's what they did. So get a hold of them. I didn't have to wait on hold at all. I know there's a few of you that bought these on Friday, because you guys were the ones 2 Fridays ago. You guys know what I'm saying. Because you guys were the ones that told me about it. 3 or 4 of you had come in the comments that evening. Now, it actually even got a little better than that. So literally like 3 hours after I talked to Kyle, I believe this is his manager, a guy named David from Grabagun, emailed me a follow-up and said, we wanted to provide you with the tracking information for the missing magazine. Here's the link, and there's a link to FedEx. So they already had a tracking number. And now this is only a couple hours after I called them and told them I was missing the mag, and they had just become aware of the situation then. And then he goes on to say, we also believe that Taurus is fully aware of this batch of handguns sent out missing 1 extra magazine. And then he says, we have had a number of calls and emails about this same issue over the last couple days. So they had just been figuring all this out. And he says, we apologize for the frustration this has caused you and the extra time and effort you have had to spend. Let us know if you have any questions. So my overall review of Grabagun is this. They had what I needed in stock. Shipping was very reasonable. $8 for FedEx 3-day. okay? They shipped it very promptly, really in 1 business day, because I ordered after business hours on a Friday, which was cool. Customer service, I didn't have to wait on hold to call them. The guy I spoke to on the phone, Kyle, very friendly guy. You could tell that he was concerned and is like, man, this sucks. We got to get to the bottom of this. Before I even had time to think about it, he had got a hold of me saying, yep, we're going to send you the mag. It's good. And then I had a follow-up from, I believe, his manager, I'm not sure, or coworker, that got back and said, here's your tracking number. Sorry for the frustrations. Let us know if you have any questions. So I have to give them a really good review, guys. I'm definitely going to keep them here in my shortcuts, and whenever I'm looking for something else for the channel, they're now in my rotation of go-to sites. So I appreciate all you guys for letting me know about them. They're out of Texas. They seem like really nice people, but obviously they ship, you know, throughout the United States, because they sent it to Supermatch GNA here in southeastern Michigan, where I did the 4473 and FFL transfer. So there you guys go. I know there's a couple of my viewers that have already messaged me saying they got the 2 mags. It's this simple. Email Grabagun, call Grabagun. I bet you it's gonna be taken care of probably the same day, just like it was for me. So that's pretty cool. All right, one more thing if you're still here. I had said I need suggestions for kind of a budget, mid-range budget, red dot sight, green dot sight optic. And a lot of you guys have already come in on the video I did yesterday giving me suggestions. I really appreciate it. A lot of you telling me about Swamp Fox, which they actually look really, really cool. It's kind of a really cool design. Nice looking optic. Hollow Sun, that's kind of starting to become the industry standard for mid-range optics from what you guys are saying and from what I'm reading. All right, they're pretty cool too. ADE, some of you guys brought up. Those are kind of on the lower budget end. And then also the UTG, and this is actually the one that I'm going to buy first for the channel, okay? And look, if you, I'm not saying it's a good optic yet. I'm just telling you I'm going to buy it. I'm going to review it and see how it does. So if you want to wait for my reviews, that's cool. If you guys are buying optics in the meantime, though, I'll throw a link down in the description for my Amazon store. It doesn't cost you anything. If you just click through, no matter what you buy on Amazon, with my link, you don't have to buy the item that I'm suggesting or anything. It's just, if you got there from me, anything you buy kicks back a really small percentage back to the channel, and that's how I can afford to buy new optics. I'm not really like an optics guru, guys, especially when it comes to these micro red dot sites. So I'm actually learning right with you guys. And as budget allows, especially with you guys' generous contributions, I appreciate all of you that support the channel. But just using this link, you know, the pennies will add up, and I'll be able to get another one to review later. But I think I'm going to start off with this UTG OP3 micro green dot 4 MOA. I'm just reading the description real quick, and I'll leave the link down there. You know, it's made out of 6061 T6 aluminum. IPX7 waterproof rating, 4 MOA green dot. Here's what's impressive about it though. 20,000 hours plus battery life at middle brightness setting. Now, I've read a bunch of optics. I spent hours last night looking into all this stuff. You have to watch what they're saying. Some of these companies that sell red dots, they'll say, well, it lasts 20, 30,000 hours, asterisk at the lowest setting. But the industry standard to rate the hours of battery life is at the middle setting. So with this being 20,000 hours battery life at the middle setting, that actually puts it right up there on battery life with some of the much more high-end optics. So I'm going to try it out. You know, it comes with a removable Weaver Picatinny style mounting base, and it's going to mount with Dr. Optics, which is one of the plates that comes with the TORO. It's actually one of the most common. So I'm going to try it out. Right now I'm looking at it. There's a couple different sellers that are selling it on Amazon, ranging from like $124, $130, $140 if you want to buy it with the Prime shipping. So I think I'm going to go with the $130 seller. It'll take a couple extra days. You know, I just spent like $400 on this, and you guys helped me with that too, but I just didn't quite have $300 right now to spend on an optic. But this optic looks like, as of right now, it's going to possibly compete in battery life and features with some of the other optics. I know you get what you pay for, guys. This is just what I'm starting with, and it might fit within more of the budget that you have right now, because I know a lot of you guys are probably in the same situation as I am. Last year wasn't the best year. You just bought the new gun. It was an investment. You don't quite have the money right now to spend as much on the Optic as you did your gun. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. There's the Vortex you guys were talking about. And look, I'm by no means saying that this UTG is the best optic ever. I don't know. I think it looks decent, or I wouldn't be buying it because I don't want to waste my money. But yeah, just keep the suggestions, guys. You know, we'll just go through this together. I'm kind of learning about these optics along with you guys. You know, there's a lot of topics on this channel I might know more than you do. This is probably one of the topics that I may know equal to or less. But let's just learn together. Maybe my experiences will help you make your decision. Maybe we can help some other new people that are getting into the, you know, optics ready platforms that are not only on this pistol, but the PDP. There's a new AREX Delta Gen 2. There's just all these firearms just everywhere right now. The Gerson MC28. I mean, there's a lot of budget and even, you know, more expensive firearms that are optics ready. I don't know. I'm going to start with the UTG. They're out of Michigan. They're only a half hour from here. Of course, made in China, but unless you can afford a Trigicon, which is also down the road from me, seems that's where they're all made. Hey, maybe eventually we'll keep doing reviews. You guys will like it. And maybe we will get a Trigicon eventually. I just had to start with the UTG. So let me know what you guys are thinking down there. And just wanted to share my experience with Grabagun with the missing third magazine. I already have a tracking number. I'm going to get it this week. And then as soon as I get off here, I'm going to order that UTG green dot sight. And when I get it in, we'll let you guys know what I think and put it on the gun. And hopefully I'll be outside shooting it and sharing my experiences soon. Alright guys, thanks for watching and have a good one.